hospitalizations. In recent weeks, several prominent voices on the right who were opposed to vaccines have died. Mark Bernier was a conservative radio host from Florida who told listeners he would not get the vaccine. He is now dead. His employer did not list a cause when announcing his death Saturday. However, a station that broadcast his show previously announced he would not be on air due to, quote, complications from COVID-induced pneumonia. The employer did not respond to CNN's request for comment. We've been unable to reach a family member. His story, though, is just one of several among prominent vaccine skeptics on the right. Sarah Seidner has more.
Do not be vaccinated. You must survive the genocide.
There is a growing number of conservatives who have used their platforms to badmouth COVID-19 vaccines, but did not live long enough or are too sick to tell their public just how much they regret it.
I didn't want to be a guinea pig. He didn't want to be a guinea pig.
Amy Lee Hare is talking about her friend, Florida conservative radio show host Dick Farrell. He repeatedly told people not to trust the vaccine. Why get a vax promoted by people who lied to you, he posted, and vaccine bogus bullshit, he proclaimed. That was early July. A few weeks later, he was in the hospital, dying from COVID-19.
He told me this pandemic ain't no joke, and he said, you need to get the shot. And he told me he wished he had.
The statistics that more than 600,000 Americans have died from COVID hadn't swayed him or her. Why did it take Dick Farrell's dying from COVID for you to say, I'm taking it?
There's a pandemic of misinformation out there, and I think there's no truer thing ever was said.
And didn't Dick Farrell add to that misinformation?
Oh, he did.
But she's sharing his last words to her, hoping they resonate.
There's just a whole bunch of people that said, because of Dick, I went and got it. So hopefully he did some good in the end.
Farrell's story is not an anomaly. 2 weeks after his death, conservative radio talk show host and vaccine skeptic Phil Valentine also died of COVID-19. Before he got sick, he wrote a song mocking the push to get vaccinated. And I don't care if you agree. Changing the Beatles' Taxman to Vaxman. 'Cause I'm a Vaxman. Valentine told everyone he was not getting the vaccine. He got COVID instead. His family had to relay his regret.
He recognizes now that his not getting the vaccination has probably caused a bunch of other people not to get vaccinated, and that he regrets.
Valentine died, but his brother said his story influenced dozens to get the shot. No surprise to behavioral scientists.
When there is a vivid story about someone you trust, you know, got sick, got hospitalized, or even died, that vivid story will carry more weight.
But there are a litany of other vaccine skeptics who got COVID and have yet to acknowledge the benefits of the vaccine. From conservative Cardinal Raymond Leo Burke, who used his pulpit to spread baseless conspiracy theories about the vaccine and ended up on a ventilator.
And even that a kind of microchip needs to be placed under the skin of every person.
To Florida pastor Rick Wiles.
I am not going to be vaccinated. I'm going to be one of the survivors.
He, too, was hospitalized with COVID, but remains defiant about the vaccine. How big of an influence is our own ego?
So they don't want to recognize that you have made a mistake, especially publicly.
But Hare has no problem saying she changed her mind to honor her friend's wishes.
I just thought it was important that I put it out there because I did change my mind.
Sarah Seidner, CNN, Los Angeles.